Sydney Sweeney becomes a nun and realizes all the mysteries that her convent contains. If you missed this one in theaters, it is now available on Hulu. Let's talk about Immaculate. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the recent film Immaculate. I missed this one in theaters. If you did as well, it is now available on Hulu, so we can talk about it here. But before we launch into the specifics of this movie, let me welcome you back to Dan Reviews It. If you are one of my subscribers already, thank you so much. If you are not, please consider subscribing down below there. Click that notification bell so you can be alerted of all my new video drops. But just like this video, comment below, all that stuff, of course, helps the channel out as well. All right, so like I said, I missed this one in theaters, but The First Omen, which came out earlier this year, came out within like a couple of weeks of this movie. And I did see that one, and I even mentioned in my First Omen review, I wonder how, if I had seen Immaculate, that would compare for me, because there's a lot of similarities here. If you know anything about the original Omen, this takes... The First Omen, takes it back to the beginning, and there's a lot of religious stuff there, and so there are certainly a few parallels. But look, it's been a few months since I've seen that movie, so a little distance maybe helped me out here. But in any event, we have Sydney Sweeney here, who is portraying Sister Cecilia, who is new to this convent, and really wants to, get her feet wet in this industry, in the nunnery, and so this is this Italian convent that she is picked for, and boy, it is beautiful, and just the architecture and everything is so lovely, except all of the terrifying secrets held within, including the fact that she has become a virginal pregnant woman. So yes, we've got perhaps some Mother Mary stuff going on, and that's all I'll really say, I think, plot-wise here. Yeah, so I mean, this is a straight-ahead, religious horror movie, in the vein of some of the greats. And Sydney Sweeney, obviously, one of our, top up-and-coming actresses. She's done a handful of different styles of shows. Has she done a straight horror yet? I'm trying to think. I don't know. But certainly this is like very, very, heavy horror. There's some gore here, absolutely, some gruesome deaths, and a lot of sort of twists and turns along the way. I think Sydney Sweeney is mostly up to this challenge. She's certainly a screamer. She is a great scream queen here, especially towards the end of the movie, as more and more things, sort of become clear or whatever. She is just screaming her head off, and she does a great job with that. In some of the more subtle moments, I think is where she struggles a little bit. And there's also the idea that everyone is speaking Italian around her, and she doesn't understand anything that's happening, which I think is a slight flaw with the script. I mean, I understand, maybe this gal isn't going to be completely fluent in Italian, but she doesn't seem to understand anything that's going on if they talk in Italian. So, boy, for a convent with a bunch of secrets and some head nuns maybe that have some things to hide, it would be very, very easy to just kind of sweep everything under the rug with this one, because, just talking Italian, she won't have a clue what is happening. So that seems like a little bit of a flaw in the, the script of the film. So this was, written by Andrew Lobel, not familiar, directed by Michael Mohan, also not familiar, but let's see if he's done anything else. In terms of feature films, he's done a few things, but nothing I have heard of. The Voyeur sounds familiar. Oh, Sydney Sweeney was in that too. I did see that. Boy, that movie was god-awful. That was a Prime Video original. It was her and Justice Smith, for the Detective Pikachu movie, and that was like a one of those like voyeur, well, it's called The Voyeur, but where somebody's just watching this hot babe from across the way and whatever. God, that was a terrible movie. I think I gave that like a D or something. So all right, so this guy, not maybe a superstar in my book, but this one definitely better than that. But I will say he commits a crucial horror movie sin for me. I talk about it all the time, and I just mentioned in a recent video how it was seeming to get better. But the darkness aspect, a lot of this movie is in very closed quarters, things with no lights, because obviously this is a very ancient convent, and so there's a lot of areas where very dank, very dark, not a lot of maybe natural light coming in either. And boy, there's a lot of darkness for us, the audience, too. It wasn't completely dark, but there was a lot of times where, like, it would have been nicer to light this scene a little bit and let me see a little bit of what was going on. So, we've been getting sort of better with that, moving away from that trope in horror movies. And actually, it's been a problem with superhero movies, too. Black Panther, the Batman, there's been a lot recently where it's been a bit dark as well. So, this, falls prey to that. So look, overall, I think The First Omen is a better film, but not by that much. I think the twists here are interesting enough. I think the last 20 to 25 minutes, when we're really kicking some of these twists into gear and some of the horror aspects, I think Sweeney really, really shines in those moments. Her screaming is fantastic, and you can really see kind of the horror on her face. But the first maybe hour, there are definitely, I think, more problems than there should be, for sure. So all right, we'll wrap it there. If you can't tell, I'm a little under the weather, so we'll keep this one pretty short. But overall, I will leave Immaculate with a B minus. And like I said, if you missed it in theaters like I did, it is available now on Hulu. All right, thank you so much for watching Dan Reviews It, and I'll see you next time.